This is Eric Mother.com, January 25th, 2021. The general US market's been open for about 2 hours. Let's take a look at markets here and also take a look at Ethereum based on the 4-hourly chart for each of them. So we can see Ethereum trading right here at about 1400. We can see Ethereum just recorded a fresh all-time, actually not a fresh, but a 52-week high. And actually, looking at the monthly here, we can see it is trading at pretty much recorded fresh all-time intraday highs, going above the early 2018 highs. So fresh all-time highs right there. And a side note, we also today, the market did see the NASDAQ pushing to fresh all-time highs. So back to look at Ethereum here, and I think there's a consistency here in these markets. I think they're synchronized. If you take a look at the daily, this is Ethereum on the daily. And on the daily, we can see that it's been making incremental higher highs, including today's all-time intraday high. But you can see your RSI is making lower and lower highs. Now, the purpose of this video is to show you that there seems to be a synchronized pullback signal in the general markets, stocks that is, and cryptos. By the way, on all of this, don't expect a major drop in either the cryptos or the general US markets until we break below recent RSI lows line, as you can see here for Ethereum. But I see here, based on the daily, because of this negative divergence, we can see on the daily here, which, by the way, if you take a look at BTC, it has already seen a pullback. And I did discuss this negative divergence in a separate video about 2 weeks ago or a week or so ago. Here we were trying to break out, but take a look at this RSI 69.1 uniform activity rejection. So this rejection here of the 69.1 actually led to a sharp correction. We've gone all the way to under 30,000 for BTC. So it all began with the daily giving us negative divergence. And now Ethereum could be on its way to giving a negative divergence here. In fact, if you take a look at the 4-hourly, and this is the main chart for this video, on the 4-hourly, we can see an improvement to all-time highs there for Ethereum. But this is coming with declining RSI strength. And the big takeaway, which is the main reason for this video, the main reason for this chart, is to highlight that we've seen a move to fresh all-time highs, but the RSI has failed to move above 61.8 on the 4-hourly. And the RSI setting here is 26. My research shows me that this is the strongest type of negative divergence, which suggests to me that now we can start leaning towards a major pullback in Ethereum, if not the entire crypto complex, unless it can clear this negative divergence line. It is also giving us uniformity resistance. This break here led to what looks like, in my opinion, to be a test of how it can react on the way down. So that is a warning right there. You take that break point, extend it out, and we can see we've actually banged heads with this twice here for this pullback area, and now here as it goes to all-time highs. So if you combine the top side resistance line and the uniformity line right there, in my opinion, the charts are telling us that the next major swing trade direction is to the downside. Again, the only way to change this is by moving above both the red and the blue lines. So that, to me, is suggestive of markets and the cryptos following suit. If we take a look at the NASDAQ, we can see that on the 4-hourly, it is also showing RSI 69.1 uniform activity rejection. So we can see it here, rejection at the RSI 69.1. This is the 4-hourly. We can see some consistency with this short-term sell signal, if not a major sell signal, by the S&P 500. On the 4-hourly, we saw improvements to all-time highs, And to be consistent with Ethereum, we saw this with declining strength. It also shows that the RSI did not move above the 61.8 threshold, which, as I mentioned, in my opinion and research, shows that that is the strongest type of negative divergence. And you can find more information. There'll be more educational videos in the link in the description of this video. Now, take a look at the Dow. The Dow also did record a move to fresh all-time highs here. The RSI did show confirmation of resistance, and the RSI also failed to move above 61.8. So until markets can show strength by moving above the negative divergence lines, in my opinion, the indication here is that we are already setting the stage for the beginning of a major pullback. And for now, we don't know that this is just a normal pullback within a strong market, or eventually we go into a substantial bear market. We would need to see a break of this RSI lows line on the daily. So the daily for the S&P 500 would need to be breached severely, break below that, and the market would be giving us a sign that we are due for substantial bear market behavior. So for now, a normal pullback as we see S&P 500 move to fresh all-time highs, slight negative divergence. So we're getting this pullback, and we won't know until later down the road when we come, for example, to test the upward sloping 50-day moving average. And what happens around here should determine what the market's behavior would be. Eventual bounce on the 50-day would be good. A break would be definitely bearish. Again, down the road, what happens at the 200-day moving average should determine the trend. Bouncing back above the 200-day would be good down the road. A break below that would be a major sell signal. So for now, cryptos and US markets are suggestive of a pullback. And I believe the cryptos and the general markets are synchronized ultimately. And so it is. Eric Muath with Muath.com. Love light, light love. Namaste.